Sketchy Flex, and today I bring you my week 1 battle in the PGL versus my boy J Specs, and I had to actually get the code from him, so I'm going to be on the opposite. As I lead with my guard chomp, and he leads with his Victini. And he really did, like, I expected this thing to be Scarf, but that shows me right there he's actually not Scarf, because he would have actually just gone for the U-turn. As he brings out the Tapu Fini, and this Earthquake does half to a Tapu Fini who actually sort of resists this. But leftovers will bring him back to over half HP, and I know I can stay and take a Moonblast, or whatever he want to go for. As he predicts, and actually switches out to his Celesteela. Now the Celesteela actually was interesting, as I just go for the spike, and he actually goes for us Fire Blast and connects, man. Does over half, as leftovers will be ensuring that this will be a 2-hit KO. As I'll just go for a second spike, ensuring that Tapu Fini actually has to come right back out in order to defog those away. And I do believe here I actually switch and Ditto. Ditto allowed me to scout out his set, see what he had for Guard Chomp, and I mean, it wasn't much that he had. As I'll just fire off my own Scarfed Fire Blast, as he goes for his Fire Blast and misses it. So now he's forced to switch right back out to his Tapu Fini. I actually had to scout for the Heavy Slam just in case. So I stayed in, and I do throw off a Fire Blast, but I do believe I did miss. No, I got you connected, and it didn't really do much. So this gives him a chance to actually defog his spikes away, which that means my Clefty died for no reason. As I'll switch in Tapu Bulu just to switch out the terrains and actually threaten this thing right back out with the Horn Leech. This is actually sub Bulu with leftovers. It's bulky. It's supposed to be bulky to take on things like Celesteela and Hell Slam, and be able to fire off like Stone Edges to actually hit it. So I'll just go ahead and sub up here on the switch. But little did I know, and I should have. I wasn't running calcs at the time, I believe, because I was actually I was at work using my phone as a 4G hotspot. As I'll just go ahead to take on the Brutal Swing to see what it actually did to this. As he just goes for the Hidden Power, and I didn't know by this damage it was Hidden Power Ice. I kind of suspected it. I mean, I got a free hit off on Celesteela at the end of the day, so I'm not too mad. So this tells me I cannot switch in Guard Chomp on this. I cannot stay in. As I do switch up to Venom and Volcarona. Now this Volcarona, man, let me tell you, Volcarona in League Play is a threat. It forces him to switch up because he can predict the Fire Dance. As I do believe I ended up going for the Quiver Dance here. It just switches to Victini. And I'm gonna tell you, Life Orb boosted +1 Volcarona is a absolute monster. Look at this. HP ground. This is actually bold. And it KOs Victini. That crit did matter. I'm not gonna lie. We did the calcs afterwards. It did matter. And then I know Thunderbolt cannot really do much to this thing, so I'll just fire off another Hidden Power ground. As he just fires a Thunderbolt, I'm more scared of the Para, to be honest. And I don't get it, and I'm able to 2-hit KO. Actually, I just go for Fire Dance, hoping to get the boost. I do think, no, I don't get the boost, as Life Orb just will. As now, this threat, let me tell you, Pincer is no joke. This thing forced me to switch out. I had to go into Guard Chomp to see if I had anything I could really do to it, which, I mean, I could whittle it down to, as he just goes for the quick attack. As Rough Skin, it will actually start whittling down. It forces him back out into his, Celesteela. I do predict that, and I just go for Stone Edge. And it really doesn't do much, but it does what I actually needed to do. I think he's gonna stay in and predict me to go into Tapu Bulu. At this point, I could take one HP grant. HP ice from this range. And I don't know exactly what I was gonna fire off. Actually, I think I ended up going for a Brutal Swing. I do believe. And I switch out into Ultimate off on the HP Ice prediction. And it forced him to switch back out. And I'm like, I could Quiver here, but I know he has Earthquake. I think at this range it would kill even through grassy terrain. So I just immediately fire off the Fire Dance, and I do get the special attack boost right there. But then he's just gonna bring this thing, this destroyer of worlds right back out. And I had to withdraw. I had to go back into Garchomp to try and win this thing. And it goes for the frustration, but it does a hell of a lot. It allows a 3-hit KO it. And I have to stay in. You know, I have to at least, you know. I think this is where the end of this battle pretty much happened. I'm thinking, all right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and send a Batarang. This thing outspeeds it. Oh my god, it does force him to switch out to this. And Brave Bird does a lot more than I thought it did. I was fearing the HP Ice, but the Ice Beam, but I stay in to see if he's Scarfed actually, and he's not because my Crobat does outspeed, and it lives oh my god, it lives at Ancient Power, so I'm able to actually KO this thing with the U-turn. Crobat did his job. There's not gonna be any hazards on the board, as he guaranteed that with type of Buffini. Only I could do is pray that my bulk actually was invested in versus this, and this, like, if I connect with Stone Edge, that's dead, and I can win this game. But it doesn't. But I think this is where his part is like, oh, I'm so fucking frustrated, and it's just like, that was actually pretty funny to me, see how frustrated. And this does a whopping 2 points of damage as he's able to revenge kill me with the frustration. I should have went for the quick attack, and I was thinking, as I'll send in Batarang, hoping outspeed, but he does have the quick attack, so he's able to kill this thing off too. And my last one in the bag is my Wk1&2. I do believe, yeah. At this point in the game, Pinsir picks up 5 kills for this man. I'm like, shit. But I mean, Wk1&2 is proved to me why I drafted it, man, and it's absolutely beautiful when used correctly. I'm not gonna lie, Tapu Bulu plus Wk1&2 being able to survive earthquakes now because of Gas Swing and be able to recover Life Orb hits, it's a problem. So let's go ahead and jump into week 2 with I can't remember his team, but it's my man Carson. You see the team, you see his team. I see Nidoking putting in a lot of work. Like when I built the team, I saw Nidoking putting in a lot of work here. So I'll just leave with Scarf Garchomp to see when to go for it. I can see him, and he leads with the Infinite. I'm like, alright, cool, he's gonna predict me for Earthquake, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna click Earthquake, and then I realized at that moment I kind of fucked up because it was like I had the he has the Thunders in the back. And I could have actually prevented a lot by just clicking Rock Slide here. But I just go for my rocks. I went for the safe play, I went for my rocks, I'm like, alright, cool. So now this thing's gonna probably HP Ice me. I gotta need something to resist. So I go to my keys to success here, DJ Khaled, my dude, to take the HP Ice, and it takes it extremely well. What was that? That bounced off, like, right? So he has to withdraw, and I'm thinking he's just gonna send out something I need to set up on. So I'm like, alright, cool. This thing is obviously going to spin. Well, not spin. I had to really immediately switch back out because I realized that it does get Earthquake. And this Earthquake does a lot more than I thought to Garchomp. I'm like, alright, cool. So we got residual damage, which I'm thinking if I can get a flinch here, right here, I could have prevented this. But no. At this point, Kamala has done his job. As he's just withdraws right back into Mr. McFilly. Now, Rodriguez, man, this thing, first of all, it avoided a Rock Slide. It forced a lot of pressure on me. I'm like, cool. So he knocks the pipes up. I'm like, shit. Alright, so I expect the Trick Room here now. You know, as I just toxic this thing. I'm like, alright, cool. So this thing is now on a timer. I did what I was supposed to do with this, but he's reveals the Lumberry. I'm like, as he does get off the Shadow Ball, this thing will not be a 2-hit KO because of leftovers unless bar crit. So I just toxic this thing, and I'm like, this thing's done its job. Cool. I'm like, what else? As he just nasty putts up again. If I had Protect, this actually would have gone a lot better on the Klefki. But I'm like, I needed an attack boost. I do go for the foul play here. And excuse my mouse on the screen. As Mummy really does it, as he's just going to be able to kill me off at a Shadow Ball here. I'm like, what can I do here? I still haven't found out if this thing is physically especially bulky. So I'm going to find that out right now. See if Garchomp can revenge kill this thing right afterwards. So I'll just click play rough. Thankfully it hits. So this confirms to me that this is physically bulky. Fizz Death. As he just fires off a Shadow Ball and kills Gramble, which did absolutely nothing this battle. But it did Toxic stall him out a little bit. As I'll just actually just go into Nidoking. As you can see, I just go ahead and unleashed a giant Earth Power. I'm like, alright, cool. So now, I have to play around this. He knows I have my keys to success. I have this Tentacruel, which I made Cons Spadef just so it'll be able to live a Thunderbolt. It'll do 58 to 71%. I remember the count. As I'm able to just fire for Sludge Bomb, and I get the poison. I'm like, alright, cool. Tentacruel actually did something, you know. And I'll just allow. I was like, he's just gonna go for Thunderbolt, but no. This man predicts me. Goes back to the HPX on the Nidoking. I'm like, yeah. As I'll just click Sledge Wave to KO this thing. He does have Drill in the back, which I expected to come out now, and I had to switch right out into Garchomp. But this thing reveals that he's on a air balloon, so I have to actually be able to do something. Earthquake will take out this Tentacruel, and I'm like, alright, cool. I know with an aura my Garchomp is, I can live one Earthquake and fire back I go into real close, and this made me so depressed. Right here, bulky, physically defensive, jealous hit, gone. Crit, gone. As I go at the Garchomp, I'm like, crap, alright, so I outspeed this thing. As he just goes for an Earthquake. Oh, yeah. He kills off my Garchomp. I'm like, crap. So, but Nidoking's in the back. It will be able to revenge kill this thing using Earth Power. I'm like, alright, cool. I still have a chance to win this game. Doesn't have a ground resist. If Tapu Lele is not scarfed and I get a Earth Power, I win. But he reveals he's scarfed. GG, no read. And I played terrible. So good game, good games to him. I'm 0-2. I play True and the Boston Silk Scarf, which, to be honest, I do have a winning record against. All time 3-0. So yeah, and I'll see you guys next week.